This school behind me is one of the only kind of traces of the historic parts of Sumner, Oklahoma. It started in 1893 when they had the Cherokee Outlet run, and on the first day it was estimated a couple hundred people came to this area to settle down, and then quickly about half that population left. But then in 1902 the railroad came through here, and actually this road that I'm standing on that the school goes by was kind of the main east-west road in Oklahoma at that time. So there were businesses and it was a growing town. And then the Depression years and it becoming more remote and different, more, I guess, modern roads that weren't here developed, and people started leaving Sumner. So there is really not much left of the school here. It's on private property, so it's no trespassing signs, so we can't get too close, but you can definitely see it's quite a structure from even here by the road. There is a church or two and just a few houses, but definitely the school here is the thing to see in Sumner. Webb City was part of an oil boom 100 years ago, almost to this day. 1922 it was created because oil was discovered in this area, and a town was started. A railroad came through here, got up to about 500 people, and then the problem here was water was scarce in this area, and electricity. There was no electricity here, so that hurt its chances of growing into a big town. So that's kind of the way it went. Unfortunately for Webb City, there was a tornado that also came through here and destroyed a lot of things. Today, there's a building behind me. I'm not sure quite what it was. I think this might have been kind of the main street. There's a lot of houses, there's abandoned places, but there are also people that live here. It says it's an unincorporated town online. I don't know what that means, because it does have population figures for the last 100 years, but unincorporated usually means it's not technically a town, so I'm not quite sure what that means. Native American village of Gray Horse, Oklahoma. This is a kind of a fascinating place to visit. I'm currently in this roundhouse building, I guess you could call it, where they have ceremonial dances every June, and this is the third iteration of this building. It was originally built in the early 1900s, burned down at some point. They rebuilt it in the 1960s, and then just 3 years ago they built this one. And I was talking to a guy that lives here actually, and he was telling me the whole story, and very proud of the history here. The first settlement, or the first store in the settlement, was in 1884. The Osage Indians asked for there to be a store set up so they didn't have to go so far to nearby towns, which wasn't very nearby in 1884. So this is kind of how the town started and how the town was established. And as they constructed this building, it became a place for the natives to congregate and celebrate, and really became a source of pride in this community. This area gained national prominence for some murders that happened called the Osage murders in the 1920s. The town had kind of started to grow wealthy because of discovery of oil in the nearby oil fields. And the tribe members started living a lifestyle appropriate with their newfound wealth. And this led to kind of a wild history in this area that was eventually called the Osage Murders. And there's a book, a 2017 book called Killers of the Flower Moon, the Osage Murders and the Birth of the FBI. As you walk around today, there's, this structure kind of stands out in the middle of town. There's not much of a town left. There's a few abandoned houses. There is a school, which is in major disrepair, that we're going to go check out as well. But definitely a interesting place to check out. This is a tornado shelter. You could fit the whole town of Sumner in here.